Hello, and welcome to the Drumwell podcast, where we look at what drummers do away from the kit in order to do their very best behind the kit. And I have a fantastic guest here today. You may know him as the drummer for Our Last Enemy, the Sydney Legends. We recently did a little East Coast run together, and pretty well every night we would just sit down and nerd out a little bit. And that's basically what this podcast is all about. So I wanted to have him on. So please welcome Frankie Macri.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like I was saying, we just did that little East Coast run. And yeah, we just seem to find ourselves sitting there warming up and just having a chat about random stuff. That's what this podcast is. So I just really wanted to hit record and continue our chats.
Yeah. Definitely. Every time it was just moments of opportunity where we could, sit and talk and, go through all the nerdy drum stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed every second of it.
Yeah, no, it was great. And so now we'll immortalize it on a recording.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I mean, first talking point
Yeah.
is what do you do away from the kit in order to do your very best behind the kit? So like diet, exercise, practice routines, warm-ups.
Yeah.
Let's dive in.
So, most importantly is fitness. Fitness, for the line of work we do, for the music that demands what we do, you need to be fit. You can't be there struggling and gasping for air and and
I've done that.
all saying, "Hold on, guys, give me 30 more seconds." Hold on,
Yeah.
it's no. So it's all go. So even putting drums aside, I've always enjoyed fitness. So you'll find me at the gym a lot. I do a mixture of cardio to warm up. And when I say cardio, go on the treadmill. I used to run. Sometimes I do. It just depends on the mood I'm in. But normally I would run for like 30 minutes. Not like bolting, but like steady pace jog for 30 minutes straight. And then get off it, and then do weights for another. I'll do a session of weights for another half an hour or an hour, depending the schedule. But on the days that I don't run, if I can't be bothered or not feeling it, I'll just go on the treadmill. Put it on that decline, max decline, and just power walk that. I think speed. I don't know. I think it's 4 kilometers per hour, and then just do that for half an hour. I enjoy that more because then I can watch stuff on YouTube where
Yeah.
I struggle to watch stuff when I'm running because I'm like, oh,
Totally.
I gotta, it's like the horse with the blinkers. I've just gotta focus. But
I do like listening to stuff when I'm running. Certain music, I don't run as much as I used to, but I was for a long time, like almost every day. And certain music I was just getting really good times because I just always run to the beat of the drum sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
But I've never
I found Rammstein because Rammstein's got a good beat too. Like it's got a good pace. So whether you're slow jog or whatever, it's just you just lock in with that. But I mean, I tried listening to other music or other podcasts or ebooks, whatever they call it. But it's with running, I find I've really got to lock into it mentally, and otherwise, if I mentally drift away, then I'll be like, oh, I've only done 5 minutes. I've got 25 minutes to go. You know what I mean? So something that's just going to take me away from thinking about time, and so I can just do the full cardio workout. But yeah, I love, like I said, just doing that walk and just watching stuff. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of live bands. And when I can study other drummers, study stage presence of other bands, and get a vibe with them. So it's like a go to a show, but I'm doing cardio at the same time. So
yeah, cool. Yeah, nice. I've never actually. I don't often go to like a gym and use machines. I've got a little setup, a weight setup out the back, and then around at the park around the corner, I've got like one of those park gyms.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I use that from time to time. I stopped running for a couple of years because I had a back issue, but I started running again this year, but mainly just sort of grass.
Grass, yeah.
Yeah, just on grass. So I'll do like, say, a lap of a soccer pitch or something, and I'll sprint one side and jog the other three, and
Yeah, yeah.
just sort of stuff like that. But just trying to keep that cardio fitness
Yeah,
to play. Yeah,
definitely.
the stamina.
That's right. But even
Mm.
running on concrete, that's brutal. That's brutal for your joints. Doesn't do you any favors, especially for our age. Getting older, like, we need to be
Yeah.
careful of our joints.
Yeah, yeah, and that's something that I've actually really tried to incorporate into my workouts as well. Is like joint stuff. I recently had a little bit of RSI in my elbow, and I went to a physio because it's like, well, I can nip it in the bud now, or I can, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
let it get worse.
Mm.
And got a bunch of different moves and stuff. Hey, that's an awesome cup, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
See, I got my guy in the background.
Oh, yeah, Mikey. Yeah, go, go.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought if I can nip it in the bud now, like it'd be way better. And so I did a bunch of moves, and then that sort of I also did some work with Lee Stanton. He was the X Thy Art drummer. I had him on the podcast. He's a exercise physiologist now. So I did a coaching session with him, and worked on some fundamentals, like because I try to incorporate it like a deadlift and a squat into
Yeah,
almost every day. So whether it's weighted or whether it's like resistance bands
yeah,
or even
yeah,
just with a broomstick,
yeah.
I'll try and incorporate that every day for the back. But yeah, I just like I'll listen to a podcast from time to time, but yeah, I just don't sort of. I've just never really tried to watch drum videos when I'm working out.
Yeah, give it a try,
Yeah,
man. It's
yeah. I do a bit
yeah,
of rowing. I do a bit of
roaring.
rowing.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
the problem
so
with roaring, you got nowhere to put your phone so you can watch something.
it's got a phone holder.
Your one's got a phone.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
yeah,
cheering.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
good because
yeah,
most of my Instagram feed is just like drummers.
yeah, yeah. Same here. Same
Yeah,
here.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. So, like, is there any sort of diet you stick to, or you just like
Um.
just try and keep it
Yeah.
reasonable?
I fluctuate time to time. I normally try to just have mostly meats, like different type of meats, and vegetables, or or rice. Um, yeah, from time to time, from week to week, so I get bored of the same kind of thing, so I'll change it up. I'll have more pasta this week or more rice this week. I'll go back to veggies. But yeah, mostly it's mostly a high protein diet. Yeah, and that's got to do with also trying to keep slim and build muscle and all that stuff. So you always need a high protein diet, high protein intake. Yeah, I do my best. Protein shakes, a lot of different meats, a lot of chicken. I'm a barbecue kind of guy, so I was
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
I can throw on there on the grill, I'll throw it.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, diet wise, that's probably me. You know,
Yep.
um,
Yeah, just something to feed the muscles, I suppose. Hey, especially depending on the workout. It's like I'll fluctuate with workouts and sort of sometimes do some pretty full on ones. Some weeks I don't feel like it, so
yeah,
I'll do. It's like as long as I move a little bit most days of the week, then even if it's like, could have done better today, but it's like, well, at least I did something. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's true. I've had personal trainers or even other people in the fitness industry saying, "Oh, you play drums. That's a cardio workout just there." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but it doesn't feel like it."
I
Most of the
know.
time,
Yeah,
like you can go for a 30-minute run versus playing drums for 30 minutes. You'd be like, "Oh, this is drums is easy," and we enjoy it.
yeah.
But yeah, the running it just takes a whole something else out of you. So
I think your
yeah,
body certainly adapts as well with drumming because I mean it's almost 10 years ago now, but I got up to about 130 kilos there at one point, and I wasn't exercising and I wasn't eating super healthy, and I could still play drums and still play for an
Yeah, yeah,
hour.
yeah.
But there was a point. There was actually a review. We played a gig in Katoomba, and someone did a
Mhm.
review. It was a really hot day, and there's no
Yeah.
aircon in the venue. Someone
No.
did a review and said, "Oh, Toddy just looked buggered because I was all red and
Yeah,
bloated."
yeah,
And that was a few things, but that was one of the things that inspired me to sort of get more healthy and try and
yeah,
drop some weight and really exercise a lot more and build some healthier habits.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
almost don't know that I could do it now, like drum wise,
Mm.
without the
Yeah.
movement. Like,
Well,
because when you're
especially
younger, you're
yeah,
just, you're
exactly.
just
When you're young, you can
invincible.
do anything, all right?
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
wake up the next day and you're back to new, fully recovered. And
yeah,
now as we get old, like we feel it for a week or two later. And you know,
yeah.
and if we don't do anything and just be couch potatoes, I
Mm,
think that's the point with the human body is where if the older you get, if you just verbalize and you don't move, you're just going to crumble and fade away. Like your body will just lock up, tense up, and have all sorts of problems later on.
yeah, yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of those things that I've sort of really gotten into over. It's been about it was 2016. I really started to make some changes. Getting close to 10 years.
Yeah,
But yeah, just diet and exercise and really sticking with it. And then certain injuries arise. Like so you might have to, like
no.
I said, I had a bit of tennis elbow.
Well, I've got
That's
that
yeah,
twice,
right.
twice. So I don't know if you noticed when we did the tour, I had an arm strap, a
I
strap
did
on
actually.
my
Yeah,
yes. That was because I got tennis elbow, and
I think you actually mentioned that. I think we actually
yeah,
talked about this. Yeah,
yeah.
Uh,
So
'cause I was doing my stretches one night.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So it sucks, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's a combination of drumming and gymming.
that's
Um,
it. Yeah.
I don't really know, but I mean, I've had it in my right arm before, and that took nearly a year to fully recover.
Mm,
And now I've got it recently in the left, and went back to the physio, did the same treatments. For my right arm, I actually went to the stage of doing cortisone injection,
right.
and I don't recommend it because it's
Mm,
it's it's weird. Like you go where they do ultrasounds and they scan your elbow, and they're like, "Oh, there it is," and now we're going to inject it right in there,
yeah.
and it was just painful, but it served me no benefit. Like I walked
Right.
out of there even the next day, and I'm like, didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
So
Yeah.
the best thing is like just do your therapy and ice it as much as you can and try to lay back. But so look, I mean, I was lucky. I got away with it for this tour because, and at this before the tour started, I was getting worried. I'm like, oh man, how am I gonna do it? Play shows and night after night and have
Mm,
this arm and everything. And but yeah, I just iced it as much as I can. And it's funny. I feel it more when I lift something heavy on the arm instead of playing drums. Sometimes I play drums, I would feel pain, but then other nights I'll be like, I don't feel nothing. This is like brand new. But then I go to pick up something and I'm like, oh no, pain's back. No, I'm not healed.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they got me by. They got me by that strap and those warm ups and stuff, so I can not cancel the show.
Yeah. I've actually been lucky for the most part that any of the sort of injuries I've ever sort of had, I've still been able to play.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, when my back was at its worst, it got quite hard. Like I'd get through the show, but after the show it was, pretty much going into spasms. But
yeah. Especially if
yeah.
you're lugging.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, some nights the guys just had to do it, and every now and then someone will get an injury, someone will hurt their back or their shoulder or
yeah.
whatever. So you just pick up the slack for them because at some point you, you're gonna have to do it for them. They're gonna have to do it for you. So
That's right. That's right.
it's all good. It's really just getting the job done. Get the
That's it.
trailer loaded. Get out of there.
That's it.
Get the gear
The
out.
show must go on. Rock and roll.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's something I always really try to I don't know, drill in, I guess, on this podcast is about seeking professional help as soon as you notice something, I mean, there's so much out there. Like I see so many different specialists, a physio, I've got a myotherapist, I've got an acupuncturist,
Yes.
I'll get massages from time to time,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
an osteopath.
Wow.
But it's like, once a year for some of them. It's just a service
Yeah.
most of the time. But
Yeah.
depending on what the ailment is, I suppose. But it's really like listening to your body, because
Yeah.
obviously there is drummers out there who just can't play anymore because they've just sort of gotten to that point where it's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I had to back off a bit of my exercise. Like, I could only do like like hammer grip bicep curls.
Mhm.
I think a lot of my tennis elbow came on from, I was doing a lot of rowing because we had a really rainy month. Might have been June or July. It was really rainy up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I couldn't get outside and do, I ride a bike a fair bit too,
Oh
to
yeah.
work and stuff. But I couldn't get out and ride, and I couldn't get out and run. So I was like, cardio, I'll row.
Yeah. Yeah.
And suddenly started, and I was doing a lot of bench press at the time as well. So I suddenly got a couple of sore elbows there, and yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, I was
just
doing.
listen.
Yeah. Well, no,
Mm,
well, yeah. Yeah. And now, for our age, we have to listen to our body. We can't just,
yeah,
gone is that mentality where I should be all right. You know,
y-
no,
yeah.
you got to
I
listen.
mean, look, I guess some people can get away with it, but yeah, most drummers I speak to do something to like keep their body going, because there's also like lube in all your joints that you need to keep moving, and like
Yeah.
certain muscle groups that you need to work on. And that's actually that's where I was going earlier when I was talking about working with Lee, like, because he's obviously a pretty well accomplished heavy metal drummer, and now an exercise physiologist, so knows how all these joints and ligaments and
Mm.
muscle groups and stuff all work together. It was really good, and just getting some just a lot of like really working with my wrists, elbows, knees, ankles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, just to keep those in check, because you use so much of it drumming, but also core strength. I try to
Yes.
do a bit of stuff for core, like um, just balancing stuff, or like what
Or
is it,
planks.
suitcase walks, yeah, planks, side
Yeah.
planks,
Yeah.
yeah, like suitcase walks with kettlebells, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because really, like, especially, and you do it yourself in quite a few songs where you're blasting flat out. The only thing holding you in place is your glutes,
Cool. Yeah.
your ass cheeks. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're moving all your limbs,
That's
probably
right.
headbanging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where
So,
balance is key. For those
mm,
moments, is if you're not balanced on the throne correctly, then you're bound to make a mistake. Or yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, and that comes back to core. You need a strong core, a strong foundation. Um,
yeah,
and I learned that from karate as well. Karate was, when they teach you, how to punch and kick and whatever, they say, you don't need massive biceps to throw a punch that's going to, connect and
mm,
do massive impact. It's all from your core. You drive it from your core. Um, so yeah, the core is very important for the body. Doesn't matter what you do, drumming or anything. So yeah,
yeah. I think potentially my lack of core strength previously was probably a contributing factor to my degenerated disc in my back.
yeah,
Um,
100%.
that's
Yeah,
and that's what was sort of causing a lot of my pain. But um, you can fix it. And I didn't want to go down the cortisol injection route. I was doing certain stretches every day. That, but the good thing about mine was I'd go to bed at night and I'd wake up the next day and it was fine.
wow.
Yeah, or like there might be a bit of tightness, but I have like little patches or a bit of cream, put some of that on, and it's like get
Yeah,
through the day, do your stretches. But there's a lot of movements I was doing that were probably aggravating it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I did a functional movement course, and they basically tell you stop doing everything you're doing and do this.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I did it, just trusted the process, and I think it was probably about less than a year of doing it and sort of also building it up. I got some more further sort of personal trainer sessions with an exercise physiologist. building it up so that I was lifting weights rather than just like, air squatting or air hip hinging.
Yeah.
It was less than a year and the spasms had stopped. And then within 2 years, like my back pain's like gone.
Yeah.
Every now and then, and maybe if I twist funny, I'll get a little tweak, but it's not like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm getting spasms. I got to lie down. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
That actually happened. Funny you say that. That happened to me years and years ago. Oh, I'm just trying to think back. So I've been in our last enemy for 8, 9 years. When
Mm-hmm.
I first joined, yeah, I had back problems for years, and that was when at that point of time was before I dived deep into the fitness world and got fit and did weights and everything. But I had a bad back problem for years, and that was lugging drums constantly, doing whatever, and just never exercised, never worked on the core.
Mm.
Back then I didn't know any better, and I was like, oh, I just kept going to the chiropractor, and all they did was throw a truck for a couple of heat bags on my back, wait 10 minutes, warm me up, and then stretch me. And then they had this machine and just digs into my back and crack me and do all of this. I felt good when I left, but then the next day it was back to, you know, going in pain. So, and
Yeah.
then I met a proper PT who knew what he was talking about. And he said, "No, mate, stop wasting your time and money at chiros.
Mm.
Goes, all you need to do is strengthen your core and your lower back. You do that, you're fine." So I listened, I did it, I trained. And here's a perfect example. You got a bad back, right? You train your core first. Get, you know, get to a stage where you can do 4 planks for at least 4 minutes each set. Do 1 minute, do that 4 times, planks, till you shake, till your whole body shakes, and then you do other stuff with core. Then you get to the point where you can start to deadlift. And then when you add weights to deadlift and you do 4 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, whatever, and then you go the opposite direction where you put more weight on, you do less reps, and you're building your
Mm.
lower back.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to that stage, I had no back problem.
Yeah.
I could play drums for hours. I can lug all the gear. I can lift up. And you would know, a
Yeah.
bag of hardware, stands and
Yeah.
all that. That weighs
Yeah.
close to 50 kilos, and we're lifting
Oh,
that, lugging that, night
just
in,
like it's
night out.
like a sports bag.
And we just pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we picked that up and we're like, I felt something. I can't move now, But
Yeah. Yeah.
now that's nothing. I pick that up, throw it around, and but yeah, and that all comes down to one, strengthen your core, and then after that, strengthen your back. You strengthen your back, you'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, I think that's where the two sort of fundamental movements there, especially with functional training, is basically the hip hinge and the squat. They do a squat to sit, so you're not
Yeah,
going all the way and you got support, and they do a hip hinge with like a broomstick, which then goes to like your resistance bands and then becomes the deadlift. So I think it is really important to master the hip hinge,
yeah, yeah.
um, and
Hip
also
thrusters and all that. Yeah,
yeah, and also the like the squat for the sort of pelvic floor and all the sort of deep core muscles.
yeah, yeah.
I'm actually doing this really cool thing where you get a stretch band. It's like a small one for like your legs. I'll actually
Hmm.
put them around my legs and do squats to warm up as well, like
Wow.
resisted squats.
Yeah.
But you put it on the bottom of your feet. You flatten out the curvature part of your spine, so you're sort of laying with
Mhm.
your butt flat and that sort of lower part of your back, but then the top of your back's off the ground, hands flat, and then sort of like almost just push one leg forward and push the other. It's like a psoas march.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been doing that every day just as part of my warm up before I actually go out and either lift weights or do some form of cardio. I basically do the
Mm.
same warm up every day.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been doing that every day, just like maybe 20 reps.
Mm.
And yeah, I really notice because those deep hip flexor muscles and just the extra stamina for like double kicking,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
just for life, really.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
So it's really cool.
yeah. No, but 100%, it helps. It helps with our drumming. I mean,
Mm.
out of all, you think about it, musicians like singers, RS, bassers, we've got the most demanding job.
Mm.
You know, even if we don't play, we've got the more gear to set up and lug.
Yeah.
So we're yeah. Nights I
Yeah.
ask, why do I? Yeah,
Yeah. I've
yeah,
asked that before, but it's
yeah,
like, I love it. It's good
yeah.
fun. It's
That's
worth
it.
it. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it keeps you out of trouble, I think, because you got so much gear to look after that
Yeah,
you're not getting yourself in any strife. It's like, well, I've got to make sure my drums are packed.
that's it.
I've probably got to drive, so I won't be getting drunk.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, I've got to lug it
yeah,
all in. I've got to lug it all out. Usually get maybe a little bit of help, but not much. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's probably kept us out of trouble, I reckon.
yeah, yeah. It's not such a
Yeah.
bad thing, but yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Like think about drumming. It's lugging and playing. So it's
yeah,
lifting and cardio. So I
yeah.
think if you can incorporate a bit of that into your week, like you're doing pretty good. What's your warm up routine? Can you run us through what you tend to do?
Drum wise, yeah, not fitness wise.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Drum wise.
It's
Oh, both if you like.
bro.
Yeah, yeah,
I think I've
yeah.
spoke too much about fitness. So drumming wise, yeah, it just depends. If it's a show, if I'm gonna do a show, I'm gonna perform. Yeah, I'll work on my hands. But it also depends. I mean, you would know it depends on the venue as well, the time, and
Yeah,
if we have those luxuries. I mean, something I've done shows where we've had no green room, no backstage, and I was in a fire stairwell
yeah.
kind of warm up.
Frankie's.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and yeah. So it all depends on on the venue and the night and how much time I got. But I need to work on my hands more than my feet.
hmm
So um, yeah, I just get out the pad and just start doing. I don't dive too much into rudiments. I'll just stick to singles, doubles, do some paradiddles, and then work on flans and just keep doing all of that over and over. I do some what's it called? I'm probably not gonna say correctly the herta, the herta ones, rudiment.
I'm not sure. What's
Um,
the pattern?
it's four. It's right, left, but yeah, I'm not saying it right. It's pretty much the pattern in sugar bleed.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what he does on his feet, I'll do that on the hands.
Right.
Well, it's a great warm up for coordination. So if you ever picked up a couple of sticks and you haven't warmed up, you're cold as,
Yeah.
you just try to do something left and right, and you feel like your left isn't up to speed with the right, and hear those mistakes.
Mm.
Well, this exercise just eliminates that. It warms it up, and it keeps them both. Uh, it keeps them, in line with each other. So your left hand's not, struggling to match the right, and I go back and forth. So I get that warmed up. I do stretches on my arms, my wrists, um, and then again, if I have the space, and if I'm sitting down, I'll warm up on my legs, but I won't use a pedal. I'll just do them on the floor because, again, you got to lug a second pedal or
Yeah, yeah,
pad for the pedal, and yeah, it just becomes too much. Or you have to use your own pedal and then try to get it on stage before anyone
yeah,
notices, and it's just too hard. So I'll just warm up my feet just on the floor where I am, and and then yeah, do that for about, again, depending on the night. I'll do it for anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how much time I got. But yeah, and also about song selection as well. So when you go on stage, you don't want to start with the most brutal song, um, you know, because there's a number of things. You got to make sure the whole body's warmed up.
yeah.
you got to make sure that, especially if you're not playing on your own kit or on your own setup, you've got to, you need at least a song or two to adapt to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then once you're fully adapted, then all right, let's hit go, mini miles an hour, let's go. So yeah, I always tend to, when we do our set list, I always try and keep the more demanding songs, after at least after the second song,
Hmm.
because by that time I'm fully warmed up, I'm fully accustomed to the kit and to the surroundings, and yeah, go at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I totally feel you there. I
Yeah.
I do very similar actually. I even eliminated the pad and got those sticks with the big rubber balls on them.
Yeah, I've seen those. I
Yeah,
want to
so I
get
can just,
them. They're mad.
yeah, just sort of, especially traveling and you're trying to keep
Mm,
weight down for stuff like yeah, they've just, it's not the same as a pad, but like you can sort of play on any surface and it still feels
yeah.
like you're getting that sort of bounce back. I also do I often just play on my legs because there's no
Yeah.
bounce. And
Yeah.
so if I'm doing double strokes or paradiddles on my legs, I'm getting no bounce with those big fat sticks. As soon as I get on my kit with some real sticks, then yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. I often also do. It depends, like you say, it depends on the night and the venue. But sometimes I'll just go outside in the car park or whatever and do like a little 7-minute workout where it's like 12 body resistance exercises,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
warm up. And it also fluctuates. Like I didn't warm up a whole heap playing for Combi Cross. I did a lot of my sticking and floor stuff, and then some squats and some hip hinges and stuff, just to get the fluids moving through the spine and all that sort of jazz. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't do a full workout. Whereas earlier in the year, when I was doing some King Parrot stuff, and we had space. There was like, I'd just find myself a corner of the back area and just do skipping and like
Oh,
full
wow.
sort of workout, and then like a lot of sort of stick and footwork up to an hour some days. Just there's also just sort of counting as my workout,
Yeah.
to make sure I
Yeah.
kept doing it on the road because that's important, I think.
Yeah.
Trying
Definitely.
to maintain a bit of a routine in a situation where there's not a whole lot of routine all the time.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'll do like a body resistance, bit of skipping,
Hmm.
and then obviously the thick sticks and just the kicking. But it was it's funny. I was warming up for Combi Christ, and it's like I'm basically warming up to play grindcore, just doing
Yeah. Yeah.
blast beats.
Well, you can never over warm up
No,
for
no.
any situation. So,
Mm.
um, no, it's good that you did it that way. I mean, because then, doesn't matter what you're playing. You go out there and it's like, man, I'm warm. I'm ready to go. You know?
Yeah, I guess it's just this. I've just done that same routine for so long that it was just
Yeah.
automatic, and then I
Yeah.
realized I was sitting in there going, "Oh, I'm basically warming up to play grind."
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was fun.
Well, I noticed that in some of your sound checks. Like, I don't know,
Oh,
you
right.
just put in a, blast beat here and and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey, that ain't Combi Christ."
No, no, no. Yeah,
Ah,
I don't
oh,
know.
well, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I noticed actually a lot of like Our Last Enemy is quite a heavy band. I mean, I wouldn't sort of say you're strictly industrial, and I notice you obviously like Combi
Yeah.
Christ is almost a rave band.
Yeah.
Really, like when you listen to
Yeah,
their
that's right.
recording,
Yeah.
and then when you bandify it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've sort of followed. I've known Our Last Enemy for years, and obviously I've known Wade separately. He used to play in Candy Pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I actually think years and years ago, I was talking to Ollie about it just the other week. How we did this gig, my old band Headcase, pretty sure Wade's band Candy Pain and Our Last Enemy in this suburban pub in Brisbane in like a basement section. And that was the first time I remember seeing Our Last Enemy. And he said that was like one of their first shows in Brizzy or something, I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's before my time.
Mm.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, those guys have been doing it for years. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I met our last enemy, well, we did a show together. I was in a goth band called As Angels Bleed,
Right.
and yeah, we did a show together. I think it was Boldface Stag at the time, called that, which is Crowbar now. And yeah, and ever since then, we've stayed in touch, and then eventually, uh, yeah, Ollie hit me up and got into the band, and um, but it's funny. It's funny how time flies because even before that, I've always been in, mostly metal bands, and I was with a friend of mine, and we were trying to do a band similar to like it was like a mixture of Fear Factory and their side. So it was, yeah, very, very brutal. And it was so funny. We had Ollie come in one day and we were auditioning for vocals. And for the life of me, I don't know what happened after it just, I don't know, just disappeared. I don't know what happened. And then, fast forward years later and it's, I'm in our last enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, it's funny how it all plays out. But yeah,
Yeah, totally. But I
yeah,
mean, some of your drumming in that, you're doing everything from like blast beats to sort of the dancier stuff
yeah,
to like just heavy, you know, it's a pretty cool mix. Like, and then
yeah.
to you did Fear Factory recently too, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Last year we
Last
supported
year,
Fear Factory and Machine Head at Enmore,
right?
so that was
Oh, awesome.
a very very good two shows. No, I know the first night was sold out. I don't know about the second, but it was awesome, and we really fit in. In that genre of music there. I mean, yeah, and going back to the drumming, you know, I we write towards the song more than anything. So whatever works for the song. But every opportunity I get, I try and put my touch on things. Where I mean, I'm heavily influenced under Fear Factory. So
Mm,
all the double kicks and triplets and this and that. I
yeah,
mean, any chance I get, I'll throw them in there. Or um, and if the song calls for it, I'll do blast beats. So, but yeah, I mean, we've got some dancey songs as well. So, I'll do those dance rave beats and whatever. And
yeah,
yeah, which is good because it's like, if you're just doing one thing for the whole night, it's repetitive and gets boring. Where if you do a mixture, it's always entertaining. It keeps you, you know, uh, interested. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah, for sure. That's the fun, isn't it? Like,
that's the fun.
yeah, keeping
Yeah.
yourself interested and occupied.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, look, any top tips for longevity? I guess it's sort of just a lot of stuff we already discussed, but I mean, what would be your
Yeah.
top tips to keep doing it, like as you age?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're doing this because you love it, then you always will be doing it. But
And you'll find a way.
you'll find a way.
Yeah,
Your body will
yeah,
find a way. But you've got to, your body's like a car. You got to service it. If you
yes,
if you neglect it, um, you won't run. And you know, depending what style of drumming you're doing, if you do anything that you and I are doing, you need to keep at it.
mm,
If you don't, you sit on the couch for 6 months, then you want to go pick up sticks. You're going to notice something.
yeah,
So
yeah, totally,
yeah, so no, keep fit, keep the cardio up, and keep the strength up, um, and yeah, and always warm up. That's key. Always warm up. Any opportunities you get. I
yeah,
mean, look, I'm bad in the studio. Like when we rehearse or um, I really warm up. I'll just start playing it. I'll play
yeah.
easy stuff just to get the blood flowing, and then I'm like, all right, let's just get into it, But um,
I'm bad
yeah,
for that too.
yeah,
Yeah, I try to.
yeah,
I actually now specifically pack like not like my heaviest resistance band, but I have a resistance band
mm,
so that it's like when I'm unpacking whatever I need, in the studio, in the rehearsal or whatever, it's like, resistance band's on top. I better do that.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
that sort of like little cue to. do a few resisted hip hinges and some movement of the wrists and elbows. But yeah, a lot of the time I'll just jump in and play.
Yeah,
And then it's like, you get that sort of amino acid build up in your
that's it.
forearms. And it's like,
That's
yeah,
it.
this is why I warm up. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I mean,
but
back. Yeah, sorry.
even, no, you're right. Even for shows though, like I can't play, well, I probably can, but I don't like to play without doing something. So even if there is no room,
Yeah,
I'll like tap the sticks on the bottom of my arm and jog on the spot or something. Like
yeah.
just
Until someone gets the
get
shits with you.
yeah. Oh no, well that's what the dressing room's for, you know. Or I'll just go find a corner somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll go out. I've gone out into car parks. I've
yeah, yeah,
sit in the front bar and like tap while I talk to people. Like
yeah.
yeah, got to do
You
something
have
to
to. You have
yeah
to.
get the juices moving around.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
look, back in my early days, I hardly did any warm ups, right?
yeah,
And
same.
I
Mm.
used to grip the stick so tight, and I noticed when uh, first couple of songs or whatever, and to this day I'm a hard hitter, but now that I've getting mature, I'm trying to lay back the hard hitting
Hmm.
just to save the body and to save, you know, again for longevity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember, man, I didn't warm up. Used to bang on him like a bloody mad gorilla. But then I got to a point where I was like, oh man, I can't even hold the stick. I can't like grip it. I can't even hold it closed. And
Yeah.
it's just, from all that acid build up
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, something's wrong. And then, eventually I knew, nah, you got to warm up and this and that. But I tell you, I mean, YouTube has and social media has been a massive change.
Mm.
Because back in the day when I was first drumming, we didn't have nothing. All we had was magazines.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wait till the next issue of the drum magazine came out. You read and read. They said nothing about any of this stuff, right?
Or you could
Nothing
get
of
like a
you know
video, a
all the
VHS
videos,
or
yeah,
a
or
DVD.
yeah,
I got a few DVDs.
yeah,
Flo Mornier from Cryptopsy had one, Heavy Metal Drumming 101.
yeah,
And that's where I started warming up actually. That was
yeah.
like
Wow,
that
yeah,
was about, 2004 I think I got that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he was doing squats and push-ups and
yeah.
speed
Wow,
building exercises,
yeah,
ergonomically setting his kit up so it was like, you got the right angles and stuff.
yeah,
That DVD
yeah,
changed. Like I just changed a few things, didn't even do any actual drumming, changed a few
mm,
heights, changed a few
yes,
sort of techniques, and
yes,
I could instantly play more comfortably and quicker.
yeah, yeah,
And then when I actually sort of did the work that he was suggesting, yeah, that built heaps of speed, built a lot more stamina,
yeah,
and I was
yeah,
getting in the habit of warming up.
yeah. And it changes you. When you
Yeah,
learn stuff
yeah.
like that, it changes you. I mean, I'm funny. Like back then, I was a lot younger and a lot stupid. But anyways, um,
We all were. We all
like
were.
those drum DVDs, they weren't cheap. They were like $100, $80. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'd rather put that towards a new cymbal. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, yeah.
So I did watch some of them, but the ones that I watched didn't dive deep into technique or warm ups or anything. They'll just here's how you play this rudiment, and then
Right.
watch me solo for 20 minutes. I'm like, yeah, that's great. But yeah, these days with social media, everyone's doing some sort of coaching and
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I've learned the most important thing is for double kicks. The most important thing for double kicks is your stool and how you
Yeah.
sit on it and the
Yeah,
height.
yeah, yeah. Like
And once
center of gravity,
center of
core strength.
gravity, yeah,
Yeah.
and the height, and depending what technique on your feet that you're doing, I'm 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 mostly doing ankle, heel down, and ankle.
Right. Yeah.
But when you're doing stuff like that, yeah, the seat's so important.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, again, you learn all of this from watching stuff, and even watching other drummers. Like when you're on shows and you're backstage and you're watching from side of stage or whatever, you pick up so much.
For sure.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like, yeah,
Because everyone does something a little differently, but it's like, what were you doing there? Yeah.
yeah,
I agree. I always like to watch the drummers and
yeah, or even something
nerd
simple.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, like something
yeah,
simple when the you know the professionals when they give you tips like, hey, never hold the stick tight, just hold it like it's about to fly out of your hand,
mm,
and which makes a lot of sense because when you're doing blasts and you're fast, you can't tense up. You tense up, you're gone after 20 seconds.
yeah, yeah.
And you just need to just flow with it, and it's all about you know finesse and just let it glide and flow. And you do that, then you can do a blast beat, full pace for
5 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah, whatever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so all of that stuff's important. And again, goes back to longevity. If you want to do this for a long time, you need to learn and incorporate all the tricks of the trade so you can do it for a long time. Otherwise, struggle.
Yeah, it's maintenance too. So I'll
Maintenance,
try
yeah.
and I got in a good habit, which I haven't been in as good of a habit the last couple of weeks, but where I was, doing a little bit of pad work every day, just have a pad set up at home because my
Hmm.
kit's at the studio. I can't just jump on at home. It's only a 10-minute drive away, but yeah, the pad's set up. Give it a little hit, do some stuff, do some hand work, do some footwork.
Yeah,
Just trying to do a little bit each day, just the muscle memory and keep everything going. But for a while, I'd do my workout and then straight away, like finish my gym workout and then come straight in and do like 15 minutes on the pad.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that slowly slipped away as I was,
I
you
know.
know,
Yeah.
learning more songs rather than sort of trying to do
That's what
exercise
happens,
and
right? Like, it's
yeah,
like, something comes up, you gotta rehearse and get ready for this tour, whatever,
mm,
or, "No, you gotta learn these songs," or, actually, I mean, we're writing at this stage, so the only time I've got is, "Hey, I gotta start writing, I gotta start recording," and it's just like, then you lose that time or you forget to, "Oh, I gotta do some pad work," and
yeah,
I notice when you even spend just 20 minutes in a pad, whether you're warming up or not even warming up, just doing drills and chops, it
mm,
makes a lot of difference. Like you notice after doing that, you clean up your errors and you get there and you learn something. And it's just like, well, I feel better doing this pad work. Now let's go to
yeah,
the kit.
yeah, 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 totally,
So that makes a difference.
definitely. And it's fun.
And
I,
it's
I, for a while there, I was like, "Oh, rudiments is it's boring," but
yeah,
now I've got this different metronome. It's called Rhythm Bot. It's by
rhythm
that
bot.
JP Bouvet guy.
Oh yeah, any good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a few different features in there, but there's one that I think most metronomes will do it,
Yeah.
but this will incrementally increase the BPM.
All by itself.
Yeah, so it's like you can do
Wow.
every 2 bars go up by 1 BPM, or every bar go up by one. So I've been going every bar, and it's so
Wow.
slow, but within sort of I don't know a couple of minutes, you're like really going, but it's just such a slow build up.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
It saves you changing the tempo.
yeah, and then I
So
started taking instead of doing that on the pads. So then I'd go in and play my kit, and I'd do that, but as a blast beat.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
so, and it only goes up to 400. And now I definitely can't blast 400 BPMs, but um, you then sort of get to that point where it's like this is uncomfortable, and you kind of like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know. But I was actually writing it down and then trying to see, all right, how can I like increase speed by doing it this way rather than start at 60, then go to 70, then go to 80, then go to 90. That's
Yeah, yeah,
the way I used to do it. So
yeah.
I don't know, little fun,
Yeah,
random things
and
that
that's
make a boring pad workout a bit more fun. Yeah.
yeah, and that's, an app on your phone?
Yeah, yeah, Rhythm Bot. It's by that
Rhythm bot. Let
it's
me
this
have a
guy
look.
named JP Bouvet. He's an online drum coach that I've sort of watched a fair bit of. Another guy I watch a lot of that a guest of this podcast put me onto is the drum mechanic Brandon Green. I've
Yes,
done
yes.
I've done a couple of his courses. I did his ergonomic course, and I was in his like workout thing for a few months.
Mhm.
Hmm.
How was that?
Yeah, really good. It was reaffirming because it was a lot of stuff that I'm already doing. And also ergonomically, I did change a few things on my kit, but not much. I was already kind of like set up, I call it the cockpit, you want your snare, your hats, your
Yes.
snare, your hats and your pedals in the same spot. And then like you were saying earlier about adapting, you can kind of adapt where the toms are and that if you have to. It's nice to have everything where you like it, but as long as your cockpit's set up right, you can fly the fucking drum kit.
I mean, it's so important for us to have the right setup. I mean, it's for our body, for our joints, and most of all for our confidence level. Because it's like you move something, if something's not in the right place, I'm guaranteed to miss it or to hit the rim, right? I don't want to
drop a stick.
Or drop a stick,
or caught up in it,
or got caught up and in the way. And I mean, there's a lot of shows that I do when I use my kit. I don't have time to set it up, so I've just got to quickly put my cymbals on, put my pedals, my snare, my electronic stuff, and then at the end it's like, okay, well, I have time to adjust how I like it, and most of the time I don't. But then you just got to do it. The show's got to go on. You just got to play and hope for the best and play your best. But it's if you got the good cockpit, you're going to have a good performance. But it's vital. It's seat height's vital. Angles and where they are. You don't want something too far reaching that way, because then it's like, there goes your back, there goes your hip, there goes your shoulder.
Trunk rotation, and like also, it's all right to do like certain hits, but for the most part, you want to be like fairly well stable, elbows in. I've sort of I found a lot of that stuff I was doing, but I moved my floor tom slightly, and I moved my ride slightly and made that a little bit less of a stretch or and just a few little tweaks, but it was actually a really good thing. The drum mechanic. I follow him on Instagram and Facebook and stuff now too. So there's always little tips, but so much info out there now that there's almost no excuse. Hey,
that's right. You want to do better in drumming. I mean, we need social media now, and you get there. But
or this podcast,
definitely. I mean, you find the little things that because when you're on one of those coaches or drummers that are on social media, is like, oh, do you want to learn to do this? And they show you like a minute of it. Subscribe, pay here, pay there, and it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But so but again, we've got it all in the palm of our hands. We can learn as much as we can. But the best thing is going on the road. You go on the road, you meet other drummers, you speak to them, you watch them, and you're in the moment.
Tips.
In the moment, you watch their set, they watch your set, and and then you make friends. It's like learn so many things. And
the drummer's generally the coolest guy in the band.
That's right.
I'm totally biased though, but
nah, fucking own it, dude. I know we are the coolest, right?
Yeah.
Like they can say, oh yeah, the singer gets all the chicks. Yeah, no worys. He can have them. Doesn't matter. We're still doing.
We got drums to carry.
We got drums, But without us, all the songs will suck.
Yeah, unless it's an acoustic band, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not for metal.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
You want some drums.
Yeah. We're the pulse.
That's
Without
it.
the pulse is
you're just a what is it? The Scarecrow. The Tin Man. Which
Tin
one
Man.
had no heart?
Yeah, that's Tin Man. Yeah.
You're just a Tin Man if you got no good drummer. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, on that note, awesome to chat with you, Frankie. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate your time, and once again, really enjoyed having a little nerd out chat. And I'm sure we'll do it again.
Yeah, anytime. I can talk for hours. Yeah, I can talk for hours.
Yeah, me too.
And hopefully I'll see you on the road again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Toddy. Take care, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.